What is up, homies? Welcome back to another episode of the Heroes Reforged podcast. It's a little bit of a different set because where are we? We are at Comic-Con, baby. It's the very last day. We are so excited to be here. So grateful to FX and Hulu for inviting us to join the lovely lineup of creators at their podcast stage. Very exciting. We're going to do a little bit of a recap of everything that's happened at Comic-Con. Well, everything, I should say, that we did at Comic-Con, because if we try to recap the whole thing, we would not be able to do it in 40 minutes. It would not be possible. But we jumped around quite a lot this year. We had a lot of people asking whether or not we would be doing a meetup and stuff. It was literally impossible. You were doing a ton of different stuff. I was doing a ton of different stuff. You were doing stuff remotely for us.
Home base.
Home base, making a bunch of reels for us.
Checking out the trailers as they were dropping.
Yep.
It was great. And it was real hot. And so I'm most excited that this room is
air conditioning is on point, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shout out again
to FX and Hulu for the AC,
keeping
baby.
us chilly.
Yeah, shout out again to like the podcast crew that put together these amazing cameras and the microphones. All that stuff is great. Yeah. But the AC,
They got that shit.
The AC,
that they hired to set up.
Rocking.
You know, there's like Mike's AC from like Encino, California that just like hooked them up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yes, thanks for the shout out.
Big Ed's AC.
Big Ed's AC.
Yep.
Whew. He's like, what are the specs?
Oh my
Trailers?
God.
I got you.
40,000 BTUs?
We're good, baby.
What's the tonnage on that AC
How
unit?
chilly you want to be?
You want a 4-ton? You want a 3-ton unit? I got you.
You want it to sound like the Nostromo? We can do that. We can actually do that. Yeah, we can make it sound like a Ridley Scott
my
film.
Whatever you
God.
needed to.
We are going to talk about Alien Earth, but because it is embargoed and we're releasing our episode early, it's going to be kind of a social media reaction. They did screen the first episode in Hall H as well.
You were there for
a ton of time in Hall H. I was surprised.
You had it locked down.
Yeah. But you did a cool thing on Thursday morning.
Yes, I did. You want to? Oh, are we saving Alien Earth to the end?
We'll do it. We'll do it when we get to Friday.
We'll do it when we get to it. Yes. Okay. Now I'm running through the schedule. Got here Wednesday. What did I do Wednesday? Okay, dinner. Okay, Thursday morning. Yeah. Comic-Con tradition. One of my favorite things to do every Thursday morning is to go to the musical anatomy of a superhero panel. And it's usually hosted by Michael Giacchino.
Yep.
Who's like my favorite film composer.
I saw him
now.
on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Tuesday night.
He did his Exotic Themes concert
That's right.
at UCSD. And I met Mick Giacchino.
Mick Giacchino,
right,
his son,
baby.
another talented composer in his own right. Mick Giacchino.
Man, we started Comic-Con way early this year.
Okay, let's go back. Tuesday night. This is where we started. The podcasting people are like, oh God, it's going to go past 40
These
minutes.
assholes are going to go 45 minutes. I can guarantee it.
No, you're right. But you met Mick Giacchino.
I did.
I went to the panel. It was hosted by Michael Giacchino. They had composers there that worked on Arcane, the Netflix show.
Yeah. Simon
Andor,
Fraglin from Avatar was there. Nicholas.
Simon from Avatar Fire and Ash and Avatar Way of Water. And even the original Avatar. This composer worked with
with
the
James
late,
Horner.
great James Horner.
Yeah.
They were good friends. He was there and they debuted some music from Avatar. And they couldn't show us footage. And he was like, you know, he's an English guy. He's like, I've got explicit permission from James. We're gonna show you the music, but we couldn't show you the footage. So here's some concept art of these characters. And they were like, forget what they called them, but they were basically the Na'vi, but in the air. And they showed this footage of like these amazing boats and structures. And then their balloons were like almost squid-like animals. Dope. And then the music gets you emotional. So we all like heard that. They showed clips and they talked to each one of the composers and they asked great questions. It was all in all, again, this panel, if you love film music, and it's usually sort of centered around the superhero-y kind of world. I mean, every year I love going to this panel, and this year was fantastic. And then I got to do press interviews afterwards, and those are going to be coming out on our socials.
So cool.
I'm going to do a long, juicy, like 10-minute, because some of the, and the brilliant thing is some of these composers, Mick Giacchino, he grew up on, he's our generation. He grew up on Batman, the animated series. So he shouted that out, and then he did the music for The Penguin.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
So he's talking about like the late great Shirley Walker, who did music for BTAS, and then being like, it's so amazing that I now get to work in this world. And so I got to ask Mick Giacchino about some of that stuff, what other kinds of influences he had growing up. The composer for Arcane loved Pokemon growing up. So I got to ask him, who's your favorite Pokemon? And his answer's adorable and hilarious. So
that's cool.
That was a really, really great panel. And I'm really grateful. I'm really lucky that they invited us to come and cover it and kind of get to do those interviews. So look forward to that stuff. That was awesome. And I feel like already Thursday they were dropping trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was
yeah.
home base? What did you check out on Thursday and Friday and stuff?
I don't remember the days because they were all blurring together.
Well, Thursday was Avatar the 20th anniversary.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We
the
got
image.
our first look at the new Avatar, dude. Oh my God. I'm so excited for this
We're
project.
watching that, right?
I mean, we have to watch
gotta watch
all
Korra
of Avatar first.
Yeah.
Well,
and
we
Korra.
did, though.
Not for the channel.
That's
we didn't
true.
watch it for the channel.
That's true. And I barely remember it now because it's been like 4
Yeah.
years.
It's been a while. But actually, I think this would be a good jump on point. I think because it's been 20 years since the initial drop of Avatar.
2005.
So seeing any new news coming from the original creators of Avatar, of like their continuation of the universe, I think it's gonna look it looks dope. I think it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
I think just having that creative spirit. It looks like the animation style, as far as I can tell, is back on point. It looks like it's maybe in a post-apocalyptic world after Korra. I'm not necessarily sure.
Was it? I was gonna say, is it before Aang or post Korra?
It's post Korra. This is after Korra. This is the next version of the
Because
Avatar.
Korra, they lived in cities, bro.
They
What
were full
happened?
technologically.
They were like
in
the 1920s, like
industrial age, 1920s.
happened?
Like
It's
there's
great, dude.
cars. There's like stuff going
Oh, they're
on.
cabbages, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
not only
he-
cabbages. That cabbage salesman. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen The Legend of
Give it to
Korra.
me.
He creates Cabbage Corporation.
He has a whole corporation.
Serious?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's
All
like
right,
the
cool.
most
He's got
We need to
a whole
watch that
corporation.
immediatamente.
But yeah, that looks exciting. I wish we had gotten more details. They did post a video on their social media about a little bit, just talking about those details.
About the details, yeah.
So I haven't checked that out yet, but so far it looks like it's on point. Looks like that shit smacks.
The main character, the protagonist, she has a prosthetic leg.
She has a prosthetic leg.
A really cool new animal. They always have to have an animal companion.
yeah.
The colors look beautiful.
Yes,
Then we saw they showed the logo. The Aang movie is coming out.
There's an Aang movie.
What's the info on that?
I don't have any info on that yet.
Great.
Yet. We will get more info later on in the year, but I feel like they're really focusing all of their stuff on this brand new Avatar animated project.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad they're going to be focusing their information on that. Everybody's excited for Aang. Aang's going to sell no matter what.
Yeah.
I think the selling point is going to be this project because that's what made them big.
Yeah.
So if that project hits, the rest of Avatar Studios, I think is going to smack.
Any good franchise, like if they have the ability to do both the old and the new, the favorite and the absolutely brand new thing that you've never seen, do both. So they're doing here's Aang as an adult animated film, awesome, and then a new Avatar.
Yeah.
That's really kind of all the news I have on that side.
Nice.
That was the biggest thing for me on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything big for you guys that day?
Well, we went to Peacefest.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun time.
We didn't meet the bald eagle, but
No, we did not.
we did not get chosen. My girlfriend Abby went the next day to Peace Fest.
Oh, really?
She had a +1, but because we had already done it, she's like, I'm going to bring a friend. She sends me a picture. They met the bald eagle. I was like, son of a bitch.
biscuit.
How do you? We didn't meet eagerly.
Damn.
We met no one. We met the bar.
We went past the bar and we were like, oh, what's up here? And somebody was like, you have to be chosen to go up there.
You want to know
All
to go one. I was like,
cool,
all right,
cool.
thanks.
Thanks,
And
Comic-Con.
even then, the bartender's like, get out of here, guys. I'm trying to meet the
Go
eagle.
you.
Yeah.
Really.
Peasants.
Comic-Con is humbling, dude. It really is. Like you walk around.
Can I tell, side note, I was at the DC booth and there's a giant mural of Superman and Crypto. And I'm standing there and I'm doing something on my phone. I was trying to post something on social media and someone comes up like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Stop.
And then
Dude, I was just telling you to avoid this. I was just telling you don't.
literally comes up. He's like, of the background. And I was like, I will absolutely get out of your way.
To be fair,
I was like, I'm out. I'm going home.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Now the Alien Earth FX people are thinking we're assholes. To be fair,
No, it was super humbling. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. Why would I assume?
no. I know. Yes, you may not have. Maybe shouldn't have done that, but we do walk around Comic-Con because we have a nerdy YouTube channel, and even just walking here to this amazing studio setup space, people were like, "Hey, man, love the channel. Great to see us." Shaking her hand, wants to say hi. Wanted to take a picture with us. It happens. We're not fishing for it. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not. But if anybody was going to ask to take a picture with you, it would be somebody, a Comic-Con attendee in front of the DC
I
booth.
went to the darkest corner and I was
you're
like,
like, okay.
I'm such
You're
an
like,
idiot.
never mind.
I'm such a dummy.
Just go hide in the bathroom
I'm
stall.
going home.
Anyway, that's great to be humble.
Yeah, but Peacefest was really fun. You left because you had to go do a thing.
Yes.
But I stayed and a band came out and they played the theme song to Peacemaker season 1. They played Welcome to the Jungle. They played some Black Sabbath stuff.
That's awesome.
It was very, very fun.
Yeah.
And then I went and I saw the Toxic Avenger, the brand new one.
Yeah, dude, the Peter Dinklage
It was awesome.
Okay,
really?
If you guys don't go see it in the theater, we have to watch it on the channel. It is so fun. It was shot a couple years ago and they had a bunch of issues, a bunch of delays to get it released, but it was cool. And we should look into that theater to do an event next year because it's a 50-person theater. It's great.
Was it
just
here?
Down the street on Market.
Also,
on
did
Market
you
11th.
Did you guys see Saturday night? They played 1989 Batman at Petco Park with a full orchestra.
No way.
Yep.
And I walked by it. I mean, I knew about it, but I walked by it and like heard it and heard the movie. And
Wasn't it awesome?
Dude, it's incredible, dude.
I saw it at the Dolby Theater.
Oh my
God. Because it's a roaming tour. So it is a tour.
I see.
So
let me brag about this. Let me drop another name right here. Let me drop another name because I'm very nerdy.
Oh, that's right.
I know who some of these producers and people are who I look up to and I admire. Michael Uslan, who's like the producer of all the Batman films. And when I say all, if you don't know his history,
all.
He was the guy who made it possible to put Batman up on the big screen. He had the vision. And he was even in the 70s, 60s and 70s going, this should be, maybe the 70s, this should be a film.
Yeah.
He eventually attained the rights.
I think it was like 1983. It was a long time.
And because of that deal, he is a producer on every single Batman film. And anyway, his story is really incredible. He also, after he saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, was like, Jack Nicholson should be Joker. And chased that for like 10 years.
Wow.
So this is the man who had the vision. But I saw him just standing at Comic-Con and I'm walking by and I was like,
How?
It's Michael, not being swarmed because producers are not on camera usually. But also, I knew him because I met him years ago. I interviewed him when I was doing stuff for DC All Access, DC Entertainment, and so I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, Michael, I don't know if you remember me, but I interviewed you a couple years ago." And I wanted to ask him because they just came out with a Batman novel that takes place after Batman 89.
Right.
There was the comic book that came out a couple years ago, the Batman 89 comic book that I thought was fantastic. So I just want to be like, hey, man, how's it going with all the Batman love? Are you waving to people outside?
Somebody's waving at me.
That's awesome.
In this conversation, I'm like, if that guy recognizes me, then I don't know.
FX Hulu crew, we're not assholes. I swear to Bob, dude. I swear to Bob, it happens all the time.
Podcast, the people who are watching the show don't know there's a giant glass wall that I'm
You could probably see
facing.
it in my camera a little bit.
Okay.
It's like Good Morning America.
There's a line of people waiting for this activation. We're like not TMZ.
Yeah. A lot of them are looking at us like, who are these assholes? And we're like, us too. We feel the same, but also hi. And they're waving. Anyway, I said hi to Michael, and he was like, he goes, "You have plans Saturday night? You should come out and see Batman. They're doing it with the orchestra." And I was like, "Oh, I can't make it," but I did walk by, and it's
so good.
It's Comic-Con magic to
It
just
is,
be
man.
walking and then be like, "Oh yeah, they're doing that." Speaking of Batman, you got to talk about the animated
Got
project.
to talk about the animated project, baby.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
I don't know if I remember that I heard about this. Maybe it was just one of these like it feels like it came out of nowhere.
It was
Yeah.
no, they
rumored
announced it
thing.
here. I think a couple years ago at some DC panel. It was announced that they were working on it. Yeah.
Well, it's a dope project.
Batman Azteca.
Batman. No, it's Aztec Batman. Clash of Empires.
Hell yeah, dude.
And guess who he's fighting? The colonizers, baby.
Hell yeah,
he's
dude.
fighting the colonizers.
Because it's like an origin story, right? Like retold.
It's a Batman origin story retold. My boy Jorge Gutierrez, we have his shirts.
Yeah.
He's voicing Batman's dad.
No way.
Wow, Batman's
Really?
father
Oh,
gets
dang.
killed to lead to the sort of origin of
that
Batman.
leads to the origin of Batman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Homeboy's got tech. Homeboy's got a Batwing. Homeboy's got like everything. He starts off as a untrained kind of warrior.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's a warrior because after his dad, gets killed, they show this on the trailer. He asks somebody. I don't know who he's asking specifically.
Whoa.
He's like, I need you to train me to be the greatest warrior.
Cool.
And then from there, he adopts the mantle of the bat. I'm hoping that they throw in like really cool Mesoamerican symbolism for like what the bat means.
For sure.
There's a Joker in there. There's a Two-Face in there. There's a Catwoman in there. There's a Poison Ivy.
Dos faces?
Chinga su madre.
No
Chinga,
mames,
dos
güey.
caras, güey.
Hey,
Dos
Joker?
caras.
Dos caras?
El Joker.
Dude, I'm making
No
fun
mames.
because I'm allowed to. None of you white people can make those jokes.
That's why I'm silent.
That's why I'm silent. Adam is Czech.
Adam, you're
I'm an honorary Chexican.
honorary Mexican. Honorary Mexican.
That's why you're the Chexican because
Dude,
you can
the
talk that way.
Yes, you can. You're allowed.
It
the
looks really cool.
design of it looks
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I did put in a request for the Blu-ray, so we should absolutely watch that on the channel.
We will watch
And
that for the channel.
I
I'll hold
would,
off on
if
that.
anybody's watching right now too that is in any way involved with that project, I would love to talk to directors, writers,
For sure.
you know, character designers. Like, I love when they do the Elseworlds stuff for characters we know, right? Oh, this is a new variation on Superman. Here's Superman Red Sun. He lands in Russia instead of the United States.
Yeah.
But this is like taking it to the next level of like,
I don't know if we've seen anything. I think maybe this is kind of like a what if style project.
absolutely.
For sure.
Like what if Batman was whatever born in Mesoamerica.
Yeah.
I do think that maybe, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I mentioned it in the reel that I made.
Yeah, the trailer reaction.
The trailer reaction that I made. There was an artist, and I don't know his name, but there was an artist who sculpted a Mesoamerican style Batman, just the cowl.
yeah.
It was just.
I think I've seen that.
I'm sure you guys have seen that. That made its
yeah.
rounds around the internet a long time ago.
I would not be surprised if that
So
was
it
the
tickled someone's brain at
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, idea.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more characters, not just DC characters, all
For
these
sure.
all these comic book characters taken in a role where they're done.
Give me a super hombre.
Something like that, right?
And listen, I want to also shout out like a couple, like years ago now, there was a Justice League project that had a Latino Superman because he lands in the U.S., but he's raised by migrant farmers, migrant workers.
That's right.
Which I thought was good. But in my opinion, like I love that concept, didn't go far enough.
I see.
Do you know what I mean? Like this, it was just sort of like, and now Superman is voiced by Benjamin
Little too
Bratt, and
safe.
he has a goatee. I'm like, yeah, and he may be saying some Spanish words, but like you want the themes to
That's
come
because
into
we
that
need to
stuff.
write it. That's
I
why.
mean, listen, no shade
You
to
and I-
Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm is very good, but maybe he
'cause
wasn't the guy.
You and I need to write it, baby. I was literally raised by migrant farm workers,
Yeah, man.
so
I
I
just-
got
There
some
you
stuff
go.
that I can
But
put in there.
I love it, and it just feels like it's all. And also, the cast is amazing too.
Yeah,
Some of the
yeah.
actors in that project.
Yep.
But I just love when stuff like that is inspired. It feels like it's very artistically inspired.
Yeah,
by
for
the
sure.
art,
Yeah.
by the I love it.
I mean,
That's
just
amazing.
the concept of an Aztec style, Mesoamerican style Batman.
dude.
That's all I need. I'm sold.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
could have given me anything else. I'm good. Like that. Just show it to me now. I'm ready.
I was really happy. So my girlfriend is also, she does a voice in the Marvel video game, Marvel Rivals. She voices Magic with a Russian accent. I've also got to meet and hang out with the voice of Namor in the game.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And he's a Latino actor.
Yeah.
And it's like, we talked about this, me and him, about like, even the decision that Ryan Coogler made in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, to make the entire Namor thing less Namor and more El Niño Sin Amor.
Yep.
Like to really
Can you
make
say that
that
again?
El Niño Sin Amor. Like that, it's beautiful. It's awesome to take that inspiration
Yeah.
and the design and the way everything was executed. So yeah, dude, more of that. That was awesome.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for years. When were we going to get Czech representation?
That's what
Anyway,
I'm
so
saying.
going on to Friday of Comic-Con,
God.
literally
Doesn't even
never.
talk about
Literally never. It's never going to happen. Though Fantastic Four did mention Prague, and I was like,
It
oh.
did. We might get something. We might get something.
Nice.
Yeah, my ears puckered up. Friday was a big day in Hall H. I know
Yeah.
you did some stuff too.
Yep.
But it was an Alien Predator Fest because the
Yes.
first panel was Alien Earth, and that was really cool. We got to see the whole cast. Timothy Olyphant, Sidney Chandler was there. Noah Hawley was there. They talked about the show. They talked about the process of making it. I didn't realize that the show, I think most of the show, is shot in Thailand. They talked about that, and I did not know that.
Cool, very cool.
And they built a ton of sets. So just to preface it, we also cannot review the episode. We'll talk about it in a later podcast.
yeah, we're gonna be
But-
covering this show for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. We watched the pilot
Yeah.
on Monday, and then I got to watch it a second time. That sound system in there, the inside of my ears were like
Ringing
getting
a
all
little bit.
tingly.
Getting a little
Yeah.
ringing.
Yeah, it was really really good.
What was the audience, without any spoilers?
Yeah.
What was like the vibe in there, the audience
Yeah.
response to it?
Well, I think initially it was interesting because I think the audience obviously didn't know what to expect
Sure.
because there's been a lot of promotion obviously for the show, but as Alien fans, we're always like, okay, well, what's it going to be? What are the themes? What's the tone? And then it starts
No spoilers.
it was quiet, but as the show progressed,
Yeah.
I could hear people being like, oh,
Yeah, dude.
and then by the end,
Probably
everyone
the same
was
things we were saying. when we first saw
everybody
it.
was
Yeah.
super on board, and it got a really big round of applause when it ended.
Yeah.
And it was a very engaged panel. Like people seemed really into it, and me too. I mean,
Yeah.
it was my second time watching, and even I was like, I missed that the first
Yeah,
time. That's
dude.
good. That's cool.
Because you need that
Interesting.
Hall H sound system.
Oh my
To
God.
get all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
details.
For
yeah.
your chair to be rumbling. I'm sure the reps were getting annoyed with me because I was like, can I socially tweet about this?
Yeah.
Can I say anything? I just want to talk about the damn show. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So you should watch it. And then on the flip side of it, we had Predator Badlands
Yes.
with our homeboy Dan Trachtenberg. I got to see the first 15 minutes of the movie. So this was kind of the big takeaway from Comic-Con this year, especially in Hall H. Also, I need to stop doing this. I'm sorry to everyone on the crew.
Okay. It's
Just jiggling back and forth.
It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. The big takeaway from Comic-Con this year is not a lot of trailers, but more footage. Like chunks of footage.
that they're not releasing online
Right,
yet.
like
so
Alien
it was-
Earth, first episode. Predator Badlands, first 15 minutes. The Long Walk, 20 minutes. Some of the other stuff that we saw, Peacemaker had like clips and a trailer.
Yeah.
So, but it
So
was
you're talking about a lot of juicy exclusives.
yeah, juicy exclusives for sure.
Juicy exclusives.
Juicy
Yeah,
I love them.
lots
I
of
love
them. But I got to see the first 15 minutes. There was a little bit of the one thing that I will say is because I know how the internet can be. They have their comments.
Dude, you're about to have a Predator like representative bust in here. Like, you can't talk about that.
No, just the Predator himself.
Just 3 dots.
Yeah.
I see them on your forehead.
No, but the thing that they preface was like, it's not done yet because it doesn't come out till November. It's not done yet, so just keep that in mind. There might be concept art, there might be this, there might be that, and it was awesome. Even with the tiny little bit of stuff that was not finished, it was emotional. It felt unique to compared to what we've seen before.
Yeah,
and it really is going to tell what I think. It sounds silly to maybe say, but it's going to tell a very like human story. This very emotional story.
Well, that's one thing that told.
Cool.
So I only saw a little bit of that panel.
Yeah.
But it was Dan talking about how we're seeing this all powerful alien like tribe or whatever it is.
This
But
hunters.
they always get their ass kicked by the humans. What is good? Like they're supposed to be dominant, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's tell a story that tells that. And then he also promised some kind of a major twist in the movie. He's like, and something's gonna happen that nobody's expecting. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so good.
we loved Killer of Killers so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to director Dan Trachtenberg. Shout out to producer
Stefan
and
Grue.
editor
Stefan Grue, baby.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk to those dudes again.
Yeah, who I think I'm gonna take credit for it. We convinced them to put Badlands into 3D.
If you guys want to put Alien Earth in 3D, we'll buy those Blu-rays, baby.
For the people who have 3D TVs, so they can watch FX's Alien Earth in
All
3D.
three of
at
us.
home.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have y'all seen Prometheus in 3D? It rips, dude.
it rips.
It's sick. It's so sick.
It's so good.
We like 3D movies, and here's where we lost everybody who's like behind the scenes.
yeah.
Like,
They went, all
these
right,
guys are
time
cool.
to shut down
Wait,
the podcast.
what? What are they talking about?
The whole crew is just like,
Oh,
we just
what
had a power
TV?
outage, guys.
We just had a guys, here's your footage. Get out. No, but we had Stefan, producer, editor, and Dan on our podcast a little while ago, and we were like, please put Badlands into 3D.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? And we were like, yes.
Who's gonna watch that?
And
Us.
I think
Well, James Gunn looked at you the same way, dude.
I know. James Gunn, look.
See, they're coming to escort us out. They're coming to get rid of us.
They're like, look at these idiots right here. Look at these
Talking
guys.
about 3D.
Talking about 3D.
These are the guys.
It's dead
They're-
technology.
They're coming in through the window. These morons.
Shut it down. Shut it
Oh
down.
boy. But anyway,
Oh my God.
I think we
my
convinced.
God.
Like, I was so excited to know that Badlands was coming out in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know the stereographer who's working on it is our old coworker Emma Webb. She's going to be doing the stereography on.
Yeah.
She announced. She put
Oh,
it
I
on
did
her
not know
social.
that.
She announced
She
it on
put
her
her-
social
she's
media.
like-
Yeah.
I was
She's like-
slightly panicking.
She's like, no.
What are you saying?
It's okay.
What are you saying?
She's like expanding my
That's awesome.
horizons.
Are
or
you
whatever.
kidding me?
So I'm so stoked about that. But then, dude, another thing happened that like you immediately went and cut that clip.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, we love the animated Predator Killer of Killers.
God, so good.
And when we had Dan and Stefan on our show,
So the ending.
we were like,
He panicked,
bro,
dude.
Yeah.
We see our
I could
amazing.
see from beneath his hat, sweat started to drip.
We were like, we love the ending. It was great to pull in the movie Prey, which we love. The Predator film Prey, my favorite Predator film, our favorite. To see that protagonist there, she's cryogenically frozen. She's there. They got her, and we were like, "Are we going to see Dutch? Are we going to see Arnold? Are we going to see? Are we going to see Danny Glover? Like, is this going to happen?" And they were like, "Dude, what happened in the?"
Oh, God.
Tell us how it
Stefan
went
even
down.
goes, who's Dutch?
Yeah.
Just trying to throw us off the trailer.
Well, that was cool because the way they hyped it up was like, oh, just FYI. Well, not just FYI, but they were like, also, we're going to do something really, really cool. At 7 p.m. tonight, we're going to have a new extended cut of Predator Killer of Killers, and we're going to show it to you right now.
Whoa.
And then it goes straight to Naru, and you're like,
Nice.
and in my brain, I was like, pan, and they go, do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yep,
and I was
yep,
like,
yep,
yes! And then it showed Lieutenant Harrigan,
Yep.
and then it went to Dutch, and I was like, This is euphoric. I've ascended to a new plane of existence.
I'm ascending right now.
Yes!
Ascending is happening.
But what was the audience response to that like? You were there in the crowd with Hall H when they saw that.
They went ape shit.
Dude.
Come
I believe
on.
it. I believe
well,
it.
I mean, like, anyone
wish
who
I was
watched
there.
Predator Killer of Killers and it gets that ending,
Yeah.
it completely natural reaction is to go, well, that means they got to bring in these other characters.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Well, it's
Dan-
how they get the gun from Predator 2.
exactly.
How did they get it?
Come on, don't tease me
Yeah.
like that. But Dan talked about he had a breakfast with Arnold the morning before, I think, or 2 days before or something like that.
Wait,
where-
is he here in San Diego? Is Arnold?
It might have been in
walking around
LA.
San
I'm
Diego?
I don't
not,
think
I'm
he's
not
in
totally
San
sure.
Diego.
Okay.
But he talked about how he had a breakfast with him and he talked and pitched and you know, Dan's good at being coy because
Oh,
we
yeah,
ask him
absolutely.
things and he's like, even at the panel, he was like,
Yeah.
well, you know, if we ever get to do AVP, well, we want to do it elegantly. And I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm going to DM you and ask you. And you're not going to tell me, but I'm going to be
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
gonna
get
bug
answers.
you.
But yeah, he said that, you know, he talked to Arnold and that there are plans and there are hopes to do some things. And I'm like,
Well, listen. You know, love Danny Glover, love Arnold Schwarzenegger. It would be great to have them
oh
do
my God, all
something.
three of them with Naru?
But here's the deal, too, is that like what's great about animation,
Yeah.
it can take place at any point in time.
Yeah, it can be
and
time
you can
Exactly.
have those characters in their prime.
Totally.
Love Arnold now looks very different than he did
Totally.
in 1987.
And I don't want to see like a fully,
No.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
me. Get
Come
out of here.
on.
No,
Where
no.
are the choppers?
Yeah, it's like, no, where's the retirement home, Dutch? You are too old. You can't do it. It's fine.
No,
it's
just
okay.
kidding, Arnie. Come on our show, please. We'd
kidding,
love to
Arnie.
talk to you, Arnie. We love you.
I want to go home and pet my horse. Great.
I was
That's great.
Togi.
Have a stogie. That's it.
We're going to go
Oh
ride my
my
bike
God.
on Venice.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. What did you do anything?
Show me your leadership capabilities.
Show me your leadership capabilities.
Was there anything that you did? Well, so
Oh,
to
man.
wrap up that panel, the panel was incredible.
Yeah.
And everyone was just super stoked. Everyone loved those 15 minutes. And even earlier in the day, everybody loved the alien stuff. So my takeaway was like, it was so refreshing to see horror, action, horror, sci-fi get such a huge spotlight this year.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple things that I missed that I couldn't go to because I was in Hall H. But it was nice to not have to worry about the other things that people normally come here for. Because Alien, Predator,
Mhm.
all the other stuff that is very horror centric got a huge spotlight. And I, as a horror fan, love that so much. And there was just that panel that you went to, the music panel for the
Awesome.
composers, completely
Awesome.
packed.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it was nice to see all these like diverse things get so much
Also,
attention.
you sat through the Demon Slayer panel, too.
Yeah, dude.
Holy mother of God.
For the Demon Slayer movie that you have not seen a minute of
And
the
Augustine
show.
was like, you're going to get spoiled. I was like, I don't know what the is happening. I
Yeah,
have no
awesome.
clue what's going on.
And you saw the Star Trek panel.
I did.
That's
I
how, dude,
did.
And they revealed
They
in
showed
that
us
panel,
a whole episode, and I was like, I really need to understand the show
Uh-huh.
to enjoy this, I think.
guys, it would not. Okay, I'm a Trekkie. I'm the Trekkie of
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
And it would
Yes.
not take us. I would love to jump us into Strange New Worlds, which is the show that you saw.
Yeah.
Because it's super
the cast
fun.
was awesome.
It's super fun, but some of that cast first gets introduced in season 2 of Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
And it all kind of ties together. And I love Discovery.
Yeah.
You know, the show's got ups and downs, but some
Sure.
of those ups are like they're bringing in Spock, who's Michael Burnham's brother.
Yeah.
They're bringing in Pike, Captain Pike, and then Rebecca Romaine shows up.
Right,
She's number
right.
1. She's Una. So we could get to it because they
Yeah,
also revealed
we
that
should.
Strange New Worlds Star Trek is doing a puppet episode.
Yes, and
Oh,
we, saw,
wow.
Bro.
we saw a glimpse of Captain Pike as the puppet. It
They
was
did a
great.
musical episode last
Yeah.
season. They did a crossover with the animated Lower Decks,
Yep,
where
yep.
Jack Quaid and Tawny's character they come into the Strange New Worlds
Yeah,
live
yeah.
action world. They're just doing it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, the
Star Trek
episode that
can
we
be
saw was a
fun.
murder mystery.
It's so
The
fun.
characters
dude.
go into like the equivalent of like a Cerebro that they're
Yes.
testing.
That's
They're,
cool.
they're piloting
That's so
it.
cute that you said
I
that.
know, because I'm like, I don't know what it's called. The
it's
hologram?
the holodeck.
Holodeck.
It's the
That's what it was.
holodeck that Star Trek like
I'm
invented.
sorry,
That's
you should have been at the
funny.
panel.
That's so funny. It's like X-Men, but Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yes. You're
Same
right.
thing.
You're right.
I don't
You're right.
know.
Same thing, right?
Yeah,
You know
same
that
diff.
they once crossed over the original Star Trek crew and the X-Men in a comic book.
I don't
and-
know if you're making fun of me.
No, I'm not. And at one point, a character says Dr. McCoy, and both Beast and Leonard
Oh
McCoy
my
bones look
God.
over.
That's fun.
That's amazing.
cool.
That's Comic-Con
so
magic,
good.
baby. Okay, real quick. Other things I want to talk about is I went to the Robert Kirkman solo panel.
Yes.
Nice.
They debuted that this new fighting game is coming out, Invincible Versus.
It looks so good.
and they announced that Battle Beast is in the game.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
and
my
we saw the
God.
footage,
Very
and
cool.
it just rules, dude. And like the fighting game is going to be sick. It's going to be
We're
awesome.
going to have to play that on the channel then.
He's
for
coming
sure.
out. Oh yeah, he's coming out with a comic book called Skinbreaker. that is it's alien, primitive. It's almost like Conan the Barbarian. It's set on a world where you don't know if it's another planet or if it's just like the Earth's past. But there are these almost like orc type characters, and it looks super cool. Here's the selling point. The artist is David Finch, who's a very famous comic book artist. He's done Batman. He's done X-Men. Just so much incredible. Moon Knight was an awesome run from this artist, David Finch. He took 8 years to draw this.
Wow.
The detail was so detailed, bro. He took normal comic book pages that are about this big, and then they shrink them down for your comic book. But when artists drawn them, they're about this big. He took for one normal page, he took a 2-page spread and turned it. So a 1-pager is like this, and then for a 2-page spread, it was a 4-page. Like the detail was
it's like Alex Ross level painting style.
So that was a huge highlight for me. Is it like, and that they're like hyping up this comic book, and it's already a completed story. It's all done, and they're going to have 8 single issues coming out, and eventually it's going to be in a big sort of treasury edition hardcover collection, and
we
it
don't
looks
need
incredible.
one.
It looks incredible, dude. It looks so. I can't wait for that. So that's some of the stuff. And also on Saturday, I hosted a Q&A for a comic book company called Tinyonion, which is James Tynion IV's company, and he's a phenomenal comic book writer. His new series
is that a play on his last name?
Yes, it is. Tiny Onion is Tynion. But he is doing a comic book series with other writers and other artists collaboratively. He built this like a writer's room for this 12-issue series and beyond. It's called Exquisite Corpses. It's a little bit Battle Royale.
You were on that one.
It's a little bit Squid Game, where it's like, in reality, the United States and really Earth is owned and operated by like 12 billionaires and their families. And every couple of years or every year or something, like for one day, they will hire a bunch of assassins, each of the families, and they descend on a small town. They kind of block it off. They cut the power, no Wi-Fi. Nobody in there can call out. And whoever is the last assassin alive then controls the United States for the next period of time.
Okay.
So it's this weird, messed up, like satirical, really funny, really great, compelling characters. And they did like an event here as part of their Corpse Tour stop in a comic book store, Now or Never Comics. I'll shout them out. It's a great shop, just right here in downtown.
Awesome.
In San Diego.
I didn't even know there was a comic book shop
I
down
know.
here.
They've been open for 7 years.
What?
They survived the panini.
Wow.
Good for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was super cool to meet everybody. I bought some Star Wars toys and a comic book.
Okay.
It was great.
That's awesome.
We got to have Harley on the show then to talk about the comic.
Oh, for sure.
And James and the art,
Yeah.
everybody. It would be phenomenal.
The other thing I also did was Hall H for Peacemaker.
Yes.
They showed a trailer that's publicly available, but they showed some clips. There's a clip of Amelia Harcourt in a bar, kind of dealing with the aftermath of season 1. Jennifer Holland is an incredible fighter, stunt person.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were about
An
to
amazing
compliment
actress.
her arms.
Her
Because her
biceps.
guns are
Them guns are on
ridiculous,
fire.
dude. They're-
She kicks the shit out of like 8 people in that bar scene.
Nice.
And you can tell 90% of that is Jennifer Holland.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
audience was locked into it.
Nice.
There was
Nice. I can't
there was
wait,
nothing
dude.
about DC Studios, so I know people were like,
Sure.
but
But
whatever.
there's
The
also,
Peacemaker
like-
stuff was awesome.
I'm excited too because there were rumors that it was going to really go into like the difference between the new DCU and then the previous DC
Sure.
extended universe. I don't think that's what's happening,
No.
but there is a multiversal
There is.
thing happening. I watched
yeah.
the trailer. There's like that little like, fifth dimensional space,
Yep.
whatever it was. We saw
Yep.
some of that in Superman.
Yep.
John Cena's Peacemaker is going to go into there, Christopher Smith, and
Yeah.
like go to a universe where he has a better
Nice.
life.
Yes.
I love those
Oh,
kinds of
yeah.
stories, dude. I
Oh,
love those
man.
kinds
It's
of
gonna
stories.
be. I think it's gonna be a really,
Yeah.
really fun time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to it. But
Yeah.
was there any other highlights for either of you guys before we wrap out?
This being able to shoot here, this
Yeah.
is
Cool.
wild,
Nice.
dude. We got our
That's
first
nice.
green room ever,
I
which
know.
is really
We
rad.
walked in, we're like, what? We were like, oh, we're just gonna go film. They're like, you have a green room, and we're like, come again?
Excuse you?
Excuse me?
Green
One more
what?
time?
Guys,
What?
guys, our studio in LA is usually it's very nice. It's
Oh,
not
it's
it's
awesome.
probably
Yeah.
not as nice as this,
But
but
they
it's,
don't have a
that's
green
awesome.
room for us.
That's true. These guys are probably thinking they're like, where do these guys record? In a back alley? Who are these?
Yeah.
Why did we let them
Back of
come?
a Chili's? What are we doing here?
Behind the dumpster of the
Hey guys,
In-N-Out?
we never had a podcast before, and they let us come. Welcome to podcast.
I don't even know what we're doing here.
What are we doing? Hey.
Oh man! After this, we're gonna go do the wreckage activation. We have not done it yet.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attach it to the end of this podcast
Oh,
episode
nice.
as a way to
Because
close
Hector
out
loves
the episode.
spooky stuff.
Oh god, I am
Dude, I
so
don't.
thrilled.
I
You're
don't.
lucky we're not doing clown in the cornfield after this because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
yeah.
poop.
Are they doing a clown in the cornfield
Oh,
activation?
yes, sir.
I would never do that.
Come
dude.
on,
I saw
Hector.
that trailer. I said, no, thank you, sir. Ma'am, please. No way. No way. All right. And we're being kicked out. Okay, great.
I'm excited to come back for Comic-Con. Well, we've also been doing Comic-Con for like 2 decades at this point.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
a long time. This is our 10th Comic-Con together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys
Just
realize
together.
Wow.
Just together.
I've been coming since 2004, dude.
Yeah.
I've been
I got
You've been
y'all-
coming-
I've been coming since 97.
Yeah.
Damn,
I've been
I've been
coming
coming
since
since 1997.
I've been
I've been
coming
coming
since
since before I was born.
2000.
The 1900s. I've been here since the
yeah.
1900s. When it was back in the day, you could roll up on a Sunday midday.
Here's my $30.
So $30
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
ticket, and then go see everything in
Yeah.
one whoop, and then go home.
That's
now
how it
look
was
at
for me
us.
too.
Now look at us.
I had just moved to San Diego.
Yep.
Just started school.
Yep.
And my new friends, we were walking around downtown and they're like, oh, there's this thing happening in downtown. Do you want to go? I was like,
Oh man.
and they weren't really nerdy guys. And so
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's go check it out. I'm like, what is this? This is
Amazing.
incredible.
This is for me.
Yeah, this is only for me.
But thank you again so much to FX and Hulu for hosting us, for asking us to be a part of this. This is really awesome that we got to come and do our podcast in this amazing setup.
Super exciting.
So thank you again. Make sure you check out Alien Earth when it drops on August 12th.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I guarantee that if you're an Alien fan or you're just interested, you will really enjoy the episode. It's top tier stuff. But
Yeah.
make sure you guys check out our Patreon and check out everything else that we're watching. Plenty more reactions coming your way, movies and TV shows, including this one. So check all that stuff out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Good to go? All right.
I'm scared of aliens. Oh shit. I didn't hear anybody. Hey, what? Don't go so far ahead.
I'm ready to run, dude.
Oh, hi.
Can you run on the spot?
Can you run?
Run on the spot.
Wait, are you guys escorting us through this?
No, they're.
Oh, dear Lord. They're gonna scare us.
Why you guys are like speed running this
Should
thing?
we be looking at the details?
You guys are so scared.
Trying to not get scared is what I'm trying to do. This is really unsanitary. I should really tidy that up, I think.
There was one there, was one here, everything.
Everything.
From here, you are gonna come.
You did. You're right. Why did I choose to come here?
This is all your fault.
We got the Wayland Yutani Stanley Cup right there. Take it away.
This is all your fault, Hector. Oh, no. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. I think there might have been an alien here. I don't know. There might have been one in here.
Oh God.
Maybe.
Oh God.
Watch out! I saw one of them alien critters scamper out of there. Careful. We're gonna get him in there. We're gonna get that little critter out.
Oh, dude, this is the mother room.
Very cool.
Oh, it's been tore up, though.
From the floor up.
Tore up from the floor up.
Why am I going first? What am I doing, dude?
Okay, well, I'm glad we're doing this in the middle of the day. Oh, there's some control.
I'm so sad we're doing this in the middle of the day.
Nobody's gonna jump out. Everybody wants to go home at this point.
Yeah. The alien went on vacation. The xenomorph.
Okay, this is where it gets real. I can't see shit.
Hey, put in 6969.
It's the secret code to us. Wait, so is there supposed to be jump scares? But not right now?
I guess not.
That'd be so funny. You guys can go through. We're done. Everybody went home.
Whoa.
We did it. We survived.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching